I wasn't going to talk about How to Train Your Dragon 2 remake on the way. But first, this news dropped that the actress that played Hiccup's mom, she's reprising her role for live action. They're doing that again, like with Gerard Butler. So that brings up the question, what about Jaimon for Drago? And I was going to say that Racewashing wouldn't count for once because it'd be the same actor reprising his role. But also, only if they got Jaimon back to even do that. Because he's cool in every movie he's in. But then this news dropped. They got someone else for Drago. They're actually not turning him black. Shit, I gotta applaud them for once. Gotta give them credit. For once, they did not turn the character black and they had the perfect excuse. And I'm not gonna say they're showing restraint for once. No, hell no, especially for that director. It's more like the higher up saying, hey, this raceball shit is screwed over products. It's making products flop. It's making profits go down and stuff like that. So now we can't do that shit again after asterisk. Relying on this IP will only carry us so far. And I wouldn't be surprised if they decided this because the first one did not make $1 billion. It made 600 plus mil. No doubt DreamWorks were expecting the film to make $1 billion. Like Disney with Lion King and Aladdin and a few others. That's the money they were expecting, and obviously they're probably gonna make it now just for this. It's just funny now because if they got Jaimon back, I was gonna make a guess that a remake was gonna have this one big change, writing that Race Wash Astrid is related to him or related from the land he's from, because her being the only black girl on freaking Burke on Norse Burke would have been a significant detail. That would have been a plot point. Something they could have done with an original character that's an outsider to Burke. But that didn't happen. And I was curious if there was any concept art of Drago, what he originally looked like. And he originally looked Asian. Perhaps Mongolian. I'm surprised that was never a thing in these movies. An Asian villain with dragons from his land, from a whole different land. You'd think they would have done that. Now I'm guessing they didn't want the characters to look too much like Shan Yu. Or they were gonna go this route until they got Jaimon. Then they decided to switch up the design. That's just my guess. And this is another W for avoiding the race wash curse. Now, 2 years ago, before the remake of the first film was out, I remember some people were guessing if Drago were ever to be in live action, saying that he was black. Either just because of the role, just because of Jaimon, or because the character had dreads. Either way, hell no, especially now. Jaimon just had the voice for the villain. Also, when it comes to the history of dreadlocks, it's not just black culture. Seriously, it's not just Africa and Jamaica. India got it, Hinduism got dreadlocks, even Native Americans had dreadlocks. I guess everybody just had the same idea.